closer for the Yankees, a pride of Pittsburgh. He's a Yinzer. How Yinz doing? David Bednar is on to try to close this thing down and get the Yankees into a deciding game tomorrow. 4-3 Yankees on 10 hits, 1 error. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Sox. Wilyer Abreu pinch hits here for Nate Eaton. First pitch. Fastball missed outside. Ball 1. The save opportunity brought to you by Workman Circle Multi-Care Center. Bednar, powerfully built right-hander. Paul Goldschmidt's at first base. Next pitch. Outside. And that breaking ball, we've seen him have trouble with that a few times coming in, and usually throws that in the first, second out pitch. Bednar pitched 2/3 of an inning last night, gave up 2 hits and a run. It's behind here, 2-0 to Abreu, left-hand hitter. And there's a breaking ball top of the zone for strike, much to the relief of the standing room only crowd here at Yankee Stadium. Every breath, you can feel it here at the ballpark. 2-1. Here's the pitch to Bednar. From Bednar, swing and a miss. Went after him with a fastball at 97, 2-2. Abreu facing Bednar for the first time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Abreu leading off here in the top of the 9th. 4-3 Yankees. The 2-2 from Bednar. Missed outside with a fastball. Overthrew it. What a fabulous playoff atmosphere here. 3-2. He needs to get it out right here. 3-2. Bednar deals. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down. Right now we pause for station identification on WFAN Yankees Radio.
You're listening to the American League Wild Card Series on SiriusXM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89.
There's Jarren Duran, left-hand hitter. Another left-hand hitter. Bednar kicks, first pitch, breaking ball. First pitch, strike. Duran, 1 for 2, runs scored with also getting hit by a pitch. Duran, previous appearance against Bednar, he walked. Here's the 0-1. And the pitch. Swung on, hit foul, left side out of play, strike 2. Top of the 9th, 1 out, nobody on. Yankees 4-3. A win will get it to a deciding 3rd game tomorrow here at the stadium. This huge crowd here in the Bronx ready to go nuts. Duran, good hitter. Bednar set. He's got him 0-2. Bednar to the plate. The pitch. Check this swing and a pitch. Two-seamer running away up high. For ball 1, 1-2. Infield back. Grisham shading a little bit towards left center. He's the center fielder. Bellinger straight away and left. Judge straight away deep and right. Pitch. Ooh, just missed down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sedan Rafaela is on deck. Bednar ready with the 2-2. Right-hander deals. The pitch. Breaking ball. Oh, man. Missed by just a little bit as it froze Duran as it took that big break coming in at him. He does not want to walk this guy. 3-2 pitch. Bednar set. Kicks. Deals. Pitch. Fastball swung on a hit down the left field line. Way foul. One out, nobody on. Top of the 9th, 4-3 Yankees against the Red Sox. Fighting to stay alive. Bednar ready. Here's the 3-2 from the right-hander. He deals. Pitch. Strike 3 called. He got him. 2 down. Two away. here in the ninth. Here's Rafaela. Bednar has faced Rafaela. Rafaela 0 for 2 against him. 2 out here in the ninth. Pitch. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Bednar working quickly. He's ahead here, Rafaela. The 0-1. Pitch. Swing. He did not check that swing. Strike 2. Listen to this crowd. We're going wild in the Bronx. Yankee Stadium, the scene. The Yankees fighting to stay alive, and Bednar a strike away from getting it done. Here's the 0-2. Bednar set to the plate. The pitch. Fly ball, right center field. Going back, Judge. Going back, Judge is there. Makes the catch. Victory for the New York Yankees. 4-3, and the season continues. There'll be a deciding game here at the stadium tomorrow. A 4-3 win tonight by the Yankees. They stay alive. Judge, a long run to the gap onto the track to make that catch. And Frank Sinatra never sounded so good. Everybody singing. What a victory here tonight by the Yankees. A big RBI single with 2 outs by Austin Wells scores Jazz Chisholm from first base. And that was the game winner. Rice got it started with a laser shot 2-run homer in the first inning. And Judge added an RBI single in the 5th. The Yankees showed heart in tonight's win, brought to you by Sorin Medical, helping to keep your heart healthy. Star of the game is sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com. Wow, what a game, what a victory. Needed it in such a major way. Emmanuel standing by. He's got Austin Wells. Emmanuel, take it away.
Austin, you come up in the 8th inning facing Garrett Whitlock. You work 7 pitches right there. What's going through your mind in that at-bat?
Just trying to get Volpe up, give the guys a chance to do some scoring in that inning.
Have you ever seen somebody run as fast as Jazz Chisholm right there?
Never. I turned around and he was already home. I said, holy that was crazy.
You look at the outing from Carlos Rodon today. Lost command at times, but found a way to grind through. What did you see from Rodon?
Got some huge outs for us when he needed to. He threw his heart out right there, and, I don't think he had his best, and that's good for us. So he did a great job.
How about Fernando Cruz?
He's the best. Love the energy and the excitement. It's awesome, and, that's just what he does, and he comes in big situations.
2 intense games. You find a way to force the Game 3. What's the feeling for this team entering Game 3?
Got to go win tomorrow.
Awesome. Appreciate the time. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Dave, right back up to you.
You bet, Emmanuel. Great job, and thank you, Austin. Man, oh, man. Game 3 coming up tomorrow. We'll get you a start time on that. But the Yankees postseason continues. They even the score a game apiece here at the stadium. A lot of good things happened here for the fellas this evening. We got numbers and more happiness coming your way after this timeout here in WFAN Yankees Radio, driven by G. Aaron Judge hit 53 home runs in the regular season, and his home runs in the postseason, still looking for one. But the Judge home run counter, it is brought to you by MainTech, the official IT infrastructure services company of Yankees Radio. What a relief, what a good win to keep this postseason alive here. A 4-3 win by the Yankees. 4 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, 9 left. And for Boston, 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 5 left. Devin Williams gets the victory, Whitlock the loss, and Bednar the save. Time of game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. And a big crowd, a great crowd. They were into it every minute and every breath. 47,993 on hand here in the Bronx. Tee it up again tomorrow and try to win this series. Again, the Yankees won it by the count of 4-3. New York Yankees baseball is a production of WFAN in conjunction with the New York Yankees. Studio operations by Counter Green. Producer-engineer in the booth is Matt Shortis. The executive producer is Dove Kramer. Coordinating producer is Aiden Janusis. And the production assistance by Rick Roush. The Verizon Postgame Show is next. For Emmanuel Barbari, I'm Dave Sims, wishing you good night from the stadium. 4-3 Yankees. Game 3 tomorrow. Can't wait.
New York Yankees baseball was presented by Jeep. Step up to the plate with confidence with the Jeep brand's newest MVP, the luxurious all-electric Jeep Wagoneer S. Visit Jeep.com and see your local Jeep brand dealer for great deals. And also brought to you by Morningside Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Black Bear Meats and Cheeses, available exclusively at your local ShopRite. Roto-Rooter, leave plumbing to the pros at Roto-Rooter, your local tri-state area Audi dealer. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. The New York Lottery. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Spectrum. Get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum. My computer career. Training for a better life. Guinness. It's a lovely day for a Guinness. Workman's Circle Multi-Care Center. ThriveWell Infusion. The official IV partner of Yankees Radio. And by DKNY. Synonymous with New York since 1989. Yankees postgame is next on WFAN Yankees Radio.
Welcome back into the Verizon Yankees postgame show here on WFAN Yankees Radio. I'm Pat Boyle. The Yankees hang on and beat the Red Sox 4-3 in front of a sold-out crowd here in the Bronx in Game 2, and they have forced a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow night right back here at the stadium. Let's get to the highlights of the ball game, and we've got plenty of them. This was a back-and-forth affair with several clutch situations that could have swung the pendulum either way here in this game. And let's begin from the beginning. First pitch was 6:10 p.m. in front of a eventually sold-out crowd of 47,993 fans. The temperature was 68 degrees. It would dip down into the high 50s, which is where we are right now in this city. And it was sunny for the first 2 innings or so before twilight took over and really set the stage. Carlos Rodon trying to be the stopper that he's been all year. He took the mound for the Yankees, and he got off to a heck of a start. He struck out Rob Refsnyder and Trevor Story to begin the ballgame. And then after Alex Bregman had boos cascading down around him, he flew out to left to end the first inning. So a pretty painless 15-pitch inning for Carlos Rodon. First pitch strikes, a big theme for him today. He had the slider working early, the changeup, and the fastball. Bottom of the first, it looked like Brian Bayo, who had pitched really well against the Yankees in his career, and up until this last start where the Yankees finally got to him, it looked like he might be settling in for a long night. He got Trent Grisham and Aaron Judge for the first 2 outs of the first inning. Then Bellinger ripped a single, and that is when Ben Rice, who was stuck on the bench yesterday, do you think he was gearing up to play? Ben Rice didn't even see more than a pitch before we got our electrifying drive of the game.
First pitch from Bale. Swing on a drive to right. A low line drive screaming out of here. It's 2-0 Yankees on a Ben Rice home run. Hey now.
364 feet into the right field seats, 107 miles an hour off the bat. It was a first pitch cutter right down the pipe from Bayo, and Rice did not miss it. The electrifying drive of the game was brought to you by Audi. Experience the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron at your local tri-state Audi dealer today. Rice turned back to the dugout. He was fired up as he was rounding the bases. That got the Yankees off to an early 2-0 lead. We went to the top of the second. Rodon came back out. He threw up a 0, exactly what you want after a crooked number. He got Romy Gonzalez, Carlos Narvaez, and Nate Eaton in order in only 6 pitches. Bottom of the second, Yankees would threaten again, but Anthony Volpe grounded out into an inning-ending double play. We go to the top of the third, and that's when the Red Sox would respond. Leadoff batters getting on was a consistent theme in this one. It normally led to some trouble. Jarren Duran, he hit a single to start the inning, and then Rodon lost Ceddanne Rafaela to walk him, so it was first and second. Nick Sogard, the switch-hitting second baseman, he went to drop down a sac bunt. Rodon turned and tried to rush his throw. He threw it in the dirt, probably a play that Jazz Chisholm could have scooped it, but instead he came off the base. So it was a sack bunt and an error on Rodon. Bases loaded, nobody out. He would strike out Ref Snyder again, but then Trevor Story came to the plate and tied the game.
Here's the 1-1 from Rodon. Swung on line drive, center field. Scoring is Duran. Rafaela flying. He's going to score as well as Grisham gets it back in. We got a new ball game, folks, at 2-2.
Yeah, and then it could have been worse. Story, by the way, that wasn't the only damage he would do, because then came one of the Yankee killers, Alex Bregman, to the plate, and he was in a favorable count to do some damage, but this was our defensive play of the game here, and it helped Rodon get out of the jam.
1-1 from Rodon. Swing on, hit the right side. Jazz gobbles, throws on the jump, throws to Volpe over to first, a double play right on time. 4-6-3, athletically and acrobatically turned by Jazz Chisholm and Anthony Volpe to limit the damage to just 2 runs.
Yeah, nicely described by Dave Sims there. Chisholm ranged to the right field hole and then had a spin back to second base. Volpe very quick on the exchange to get a speedy Bregman. The defensive play of the game sponsored by Teddy's Team. Defend against stroke by knowing the warning signs. Visit teddysteam.org to learn more. And that's Teddy's Team with 1D.org to learn more. So that double play kept it at 2-2, and it swung the momentum back towards the Yankees side. In the bottom of the third, they would get a couple of guys aboard. Cody Bellinger, though, flying out to left field with 1 out. And at second and third, Ben Rice came back up to the plate. He had a chance to do more damage, and he nearly did.
The pitch from Wilson. Swing on line drive right field. It's hanging up and caught knee high by Nate Eaton. He hit the ball on the screws. And it has nothing but a 9 in the scorecard to show for it.
Yeah, the Yankees started that inning with a Ryan McMahon single. Trent Grisham got on a fielder's choice. Then Judge ripped a single. And that ended up being the end of the night for Brian Bayo. Just 2 1/3 innings. Red Sox manager Alex Cora not messing around. He went to the bullpen with Bellinger and Rice, the 2 lefties due up. We know how much the Red Sox love those lefty-on-lefty matchups that they had for most of the game, all of the game last night with Crochet and Chapman. And it was Justin Wilson who came into the game, and he got Bellinger. And then that highlight that you heard there, getting Rice, although the ball was hit right on the screws. So the Yankees left 2 runners in scoring position. We would go to the top of the 4th, and Rodon gave up a 2-out single to Nate Eaton, but worked around it. So it was the Red Sox going pretty quietly. Yankees then went 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the 4th. Red Sox 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. We were halfway through in a 2-2 ball game. Yankees led off the bottom of the 5th with Anthony Volpe flying out to center, Ryan McMahon grounding out to the pitcher. So once again, just like in the first inning, looked like it was going to be a quiet inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Trent Grisham worked a walk against, at this point, it was Justin Slayton, right-hander, who came into the ball game an inning prior to that. And then on a wild pitch, it allowed Grisham to move up to second base. That would be pivotal, because then came the captain, Aaron Judge, and he put the Yankees back in front.
2 outs, runner at second. Here comes Slayton's pitch to Aaron Judge. So we play here in the 5th. The pitch, breaking ball, hit to left field, hanging up. Duran dive, drops it. It's out of his glove. Grisham scores. Yankees lead 3-2.
Yeah, diving attempt by Jarren Duran, and it was a great attempt. But once he made the dive, he probably should have caught the ball. It kind of just popped right out of his glove. Yankees will absolutely take it. Grisham sprinted home, running with 2 outs, no problem. RBI single for the captain, Aaron Judge. Yankees would go ahead 3-2. That was the end of the night for Justin Slayton. They would then go to another lefty out of the pen, former Mets Steven Matz, and he got Bellinger to ground out to end the inning. But just as the Red Sox did last time, they responded when they were down again. It only took 3 pitches into the top of the 6th inning with Rodon facing Trevor Story for the Red Sox shortstop to once again burn the Yankees.
2-0. Here's the drive deep to left. All kinds of trouble. Bellinger going back, and it is gone. 4 rows deep. Home run for Trevor Story. Ties the score at 3-3.
Yeah, Story, 381 feet, 102 miles an hour off the bat. His second career postseason home run, and just like that, we had a brand new ball game again. And just like in the third inning, when Story got Rodon, it looked like there could be more trouble right after that as well. Bregman then walked, but then two batters later, Carlos Rodon getting Carlos Narvaez, the Red Sox catcher, to ground into an inning-ending double play. So we'd go to the bottom of the sixth. Steven Matz still into the ball game. Yankees would once again get two runners on. That would get Matz out of the ball game, and it would bring in Zach Kelly, the right-hander, against Anthony Volpe, and Volpe would strike out to end the inning. We went to the top of the seventh, and it was pretty apparent right away that Carlos Rodon didn't have much left. He was only at 83 pitches to begin the inning, but he walked Nate Eaton on 4 pitches, and then he was looking like he was going to walk Jarren Duran on 4 pitches, and then he hit him in the shoulder. So 8 straight balls to begin the inning. That would be the end of the night for Carlos Rodon, and that would bring on Fernando Cruz out of the Yankees bullpen. Ceddanne Rafaela tried to sack bunt, and he popped it up to Cruz, who gladly would take the easy out for out number 1. That could have been a big game changer, and it ended up being a big one for the Yankees. Next up was Nick Sogard. He flew out to left. Then a pinch hitter, Masataka Yoshida, the guy who had the go-ahead 2-run single in last night's game. He hit a ground ball that looked like it was headed up the middle again. A beautiful backhanded diving stop by Jazz Chisholm, but he couldn't get him in time. So an infield single loaded the bases, and it was Trevor Story who was the Yankee killer tonight already, and he was nearly the Yankee killer again.
The 2-1, the Story. Pitch. Swung on, set to center field and deep. Going back, Grisham. Going back. He's got room. Turns. Reaches up. Makes the catch. Fernando Cruz fired up. Walking off the mound.
Yeah, the center field wall in Yankee Stadium is 408 feet. That one went about 402 feet right to the track, but Grisham had just enough room to comfortably make the catch. So Fernando Cruz bails Carlos Rodon out of trouble. We would get up and stretch. God bless America here at Yankee Stadium. Chance in the bottom of the seventh for the Yankees to do some damage. Garrett Whitlock would come on out of the Red Sox pen, and Trent Grisham would greet him with a 1-out double down the right field line. But then it was Aaron Judge, the captain, again in a big chance to have another run-producing hit. He struck out looking on a sinker on the outside corner, and then Bellinger on a slider right down the middle. He just missed it, flew out to right field to end the threat. The Yankees at this point had left 5 runners in scoring position on the evening. We went to the top of the 8th where it was time for Devin Williams, the airbender, to come into the game. He gave up a leadoff single to Alex Bregman. Looked like it would be some more damage and some more trouble for the Red Sox. They brought in a pinch hitter, the lefty Nathaniel Lowe, to face Williams. He bounced into a double play, and then Narvaez struck out and let go of his bat, nearly took out the pinch hitter on deck, Wilyer Abreu. That ended the inning, and it brought up the bottom of the 8th. We moved to the home half of the 8th, and Whitlock still on the mound to face the Yankees. He would once again get 2 quick outs. Ben Rice struck out on a changeup. Giancarlo Stanton grounded out to short. All 3 innings the Yankees scored in. It came with 2 outs and nobody on. Jazz Chisholm would work a lengthy at-bat to draw a walk. And then the game changer, Austin Wells at the plate. Once again, a pretty lengthy count. He got a change-up low from Garrett Whitlock. And what happened next is the reason why we're playing tomorrow night.
3-2 pitch. Jazz runs. Pitch. Swing on. Line drive. Right field. Fair ball. Here comes Jazz. Coming around third. Rojas waving him. Jazz coming down the line. Here's the throw to the plate. He slides. He is in there. He's in there. The Yankees have the lead. It's 4-3 New York.
Spectacular call from Dave Sims. Again, it was a full count 2-out offering, so Jazz was running on the pitch, and Wells hit it down the right field line. It bounced towards the right field wall in foul territory, and right where there's a little jagged edge where it really starts to become narrow down the right field line, it bounced right off that part of the wall, kicked back into right field, and that allowed Jazz to come all the way around from first, running on the pitch, and Eaton's throw from right field was just late. A great head-first slide on the outside part of the plate got the Yankees the 4-3 lead. They could have had more, though. because after that, Anthony Volpe ripped the single, and then Ryan McMahon walked. And at this point, after 47 pitches, Garrett Whitlock came out. The lefty Peyton Toll came in to face Trent Grisham. And you know the Yankees would have loved some insurance runs here, but that wasn't the case.
3-2 to Grisham. The pitch. Bouncing ball, right side. Room service hop to the second baseman. Sogard throws over to first for the out. But in the inning, they do leave 3.
Yeah, so Grisham leaving 3 guys on base there. The bases loaded. We would go to the top of the 9th. And on came David Bednar. He pitched in the 9th inning in last night's game and gave up a critical insurance run for the Red Sox. He would face a pinch hitter, Wilyer Abreu, to start the at-bat. And with 2 strikes, it was straight smoke from Bednar.
3-2, Bednar deals. Pitch, swing, and a miss struck him out. 1 down.
So there's 1 down. Next up, Jarren Duran. He had already reached base twice tonight. He got to 2 strikes on him, and once again, it was the heat from Bednar.
Bednar ready. Here's the 3-2 from the right-hander. He deals. Pitch. Strike 3 called. He got him. 2 down.
Yeah, fastball in the inside corner at 98 miles per hour. That is from the Heat Report, which is presented by Chef IQ Sense, a cooking thermometer that pairs with your phone and ensures you never over or undercook your chicken, fish, or meat again. Buy one at chefiq.com. So 98-mile-an-hour fastball to strike out Abreu, 98-mile-an-hour fastball to strike out Duran. Looking, it was down to Ceddanne Rafaela with 2 outs, and the Red Sox down to their last strike, and he nearly tied this game again.
Here's the 0-2. Bednar set to the plate. The pitch. Fly ball. Right center field. Going back Judge. Going back. Judge is there. Makes the catch. Victory for the New York Yankees. 4-3 and the season continues. There'll be a deciding game here at the stadium tomorrow. A 4-3 win tonight by the Yankees. They stay alive.
Yeah, if the Trevor Story fly out with the bases loaded in the 7th wasn't close enough, this one had Aaron Judge. Maybe the fabric of his jersey was touching the right center field wall as he went back to make the catch, as Bednar living dangerously there, about a foot away from a game-tying home run, but it ended up being the final out. The Yankees beat the Red Sox 4-3 in a thriller. This place was jumping when Aaron Judge made that catch to end the ball game. By the way, the Yankees' turning point of the ball game, of course, it was that go-ahead RBI single from Austin Wells in the bottom of the 8th that put the Yankees up 4-3. And the Yankees' turning point is sponsored by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the New York Yankees. When we come back, we'll have Emmanuel's clubhouse report. He heard Aaron Boone speak. He got some post-game sound from some players in the clubhouse, so we'll hear what Emmanuel has to say. The vibes in the Yankees clubhouse have to be through the roof right now, but they've got to get back to business tomorrow for a winner-take-all Game 3. Yankees beat the Red Sox 4-3. This is the Verizon Yankees post-game show here on WFAN Yankees Radio.